I'm Mark McCarthy from McLaren Vale Orchards, and we sell our produce at farmers markets. These pears here, the green one is the Duchess. That's probably our first one that we picked for each season, and it's a lovely eating pear. It needs a couple of weeks in the cool room before it's ready, before it'll ripen properly. This one here is called a Sensation. That's probably my favourite early season pear. It's just a beauty. We've got about 7 varieties of pears here. We've got Lemonbergs as well, Red D'Anjou, Berry Bosque, and our most popular one by a mile would be the Packham, which is a beautiful, creamy, juicy pear, and it's just fantastic. Some of it we interplant some pears with other varieties to cross-pollinate, so it just improves set, and things like Josephine, which is another pear, is really good with the Packhams, and it helps improve the shape as well as by getting a better pollination. These are our Royal Galas. On the farm here we've got about 7 varieties of apples. This is our first one that we picked. It's a beautiful crunchy apple. Here in McLaren Vale we have warmer nights than they do in the Adelaide Hills, so we struggle for colour. So we put white matting down, so it gives you that reflective light during the day. That makes it much brighter in here, and we get much better colour. So it's worked beautifully for us the last couple of years. We start picking our apples in late January, and then we'll pick our pink ladies in about April, and then right at the very end of the season we have our Lady Williams, which we sometimes pick them even into June. So our season can be quite long, can be 5 months picking, although it's not continuous, it's on and off in that. And we can spread them out and store them so we've got apples all year round. On the farm here we're pesticide free, so we use pheromones for the codling moth, so that disrupts their mating patterns. And also we use here we've got giant mozzie zappers or moth zappers, so they're solar panelled and they're all around the block, so they come on at night just on dark, and they run for about 5 hours each night, and clean up any extra codling moth that float around. The black box there is the Cophophilus beetle trap. So the Cophophilus beetle is a little brown sort of blackish beetle that gets stuck into stone fruit and makes an absolute mess and creates brown rot. So we put these traps in, and they have a little pheromone that attracts the beetle, and we have a little kill strip in the bottom, and so they go into the trap and get caught and die. So we don't have to put any pesticides at all on any of our trees, any of our stone fruit or our apples. On the farm here we've got about 7 or 8 varieties of pears, and they start from late January, where we pick the Duchess, right through to the Corellas, which are probably our last ones, which we pick in sort of late March. These ones here, the Red D'Anjou, they'll get picked late February, early March, and yeah, it's a beautiful eating one. Once this one's picked, we put it in the cool room for a couple of weeks, and it just helps the starch change to sugars. So then it'll ripen a lot more evenly. Has a beautiful sweet flavour then. It's a fantastic cooking pear because it holds its shape really well. On the farm here at McLaren Vale, we're on very sandy soils, so they're sort of nutrient depleted. So every year we put about 30 to 40 tonne of organic matter, being turkey poo, or just a mixture of bark and coal and bits and pieces just to help build up our organic matter. We have one farm here in McLaren Vale. Our other farm's in Merbein, which is up on the river. At Merbein we grow dried fruit, as in sultanas, sun muskets, and we do a summer musket, and we also do our dried figs up there, and we do grow some pistachios and quinces and pomegranates there. So it's only a little farm of about 17 acres, but it's quite intensively farmed, and I have a Aboriginal crew that look after the farm there for me, and they do a fantastic job. And at Merbein we don't use any pesticides at Merbein at all on any of our produce, but we're not as far advanced in down the organic track as we are here in McLaren Vale.